Well, hello everyone. I wanted to come on and try to catch up a couple of videos, but anyway, um, I am going to show something that I meant to show last month that I didn't get done. It was something that I done at our National Scrapbook Day in March, late March, and you might have seen some pictures of them, but I wanted to share with you how I made these two pages. And of course, it is from taking a simple page kit. First of all, I'm Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, just outside of Charleston. And I just wanted to say this shirt I had got for the Advisor Escape trip that I just come back from, which last year I qualified to earn uh, it was a fantastic vacation. So, and you might think, well, I don't know, could I do that? Could I not do that? I tell you, a new person, it's easier for you, actually, if you just put your mind to it, to make the qualifications to be able to do the trip, to earn a trip. So anyway, just wanted to let you know it was in Cancun. Everything was exclusive. It was fantastic. Um, you still got to get there. And so traveling sometimes can be crazy. But anyway, I was very fortunate and glad that I had the opportunity to go. And I appreciated the help that I got, the team that I was with, the things that happened. And so, but if you don't have a creative memory advisor and you need a creative memory advisor, I'd be glad to help you out. If you have a creative memory advisor, love upon them and support them in their business. If you even think that you might want to join, I do have a join link. I'll have it in my uh, description of my video. So, you'll be able to go there on my website and hit join and become a part of a fantastic team. I have several people that are on my team, and I'm part of a little bit bigger team, a much bigger team actually. And my upline got rewarded at the convention, or recognized, I should say, and rewarded too. So, but anyway, I wanted to put this video out today to a few new friends that, especially Carrie that come up to me, and I'm not going to give out last names, but Carrie walked up to me and called me by name, and she is from Australia. And I thought how fortunate it was that she recognized me and things that, but it's because of my YouTube videos, and she supports that, and she learns from me, and she goes back and teaches it, and she was awarded some recognition too. And but while we were there, and we come down through, and every place we saw each other, we would talk or say something, and she was with three other of her Aussie friends. And so I'm going to do a shout out, not just to Carrie, but thank you, Carrie, for recognizing me and for saying something. But she also introduced me to Sandy, to Jane, and to Amanda. And so I feel like I've got four new friends from Australia. And I thought how wonderful it is that this business does things that you can reach not just across states, which I do already. I have people across the United States in some different states, and they either come to me through the YouTube channel or they found me but from some other way, and I felt very fortunate. And so I just want to let you know how important it is that you support people that are in a home-based business. And so if you think that scrapbooking is something that you would like, paper crafting, if you do other crafts but you try to take pictures of them, we just put out another new collection called Craft Happy, and it's got things to do with sewing and knitting and crocheting and painting and all these extra hobbies that we all have besides the scrapbooking. So just letting you know that there's some things out there that you might be interested in. But there was a couple things I want to show, and then I'm going to actually demonstrate one tip today for you. I probably won't make the whole page because I'm going to show you several that I did make using this concept. So let me change my camera. And so, but I will be right back in a minute with you guys. So here is one of our Fast of Fat, or one of our albums that has top loading pages in, so that you can just put the, you know, your page. If you've pre-made a page, you can just slip it down inside. Now, right now, I mean, Creative Memories is doing the thing, and so I do them with my beginner class. And so this first page here, these two pages would be what you would do at a beginner class with me. And so these are kind of all pre-designed, and you just cut them apart and put them together, and then you can put your pictures on here. You can journal about it and tell about it or something like that. It gives you a sheet of stickers and things that you are able to make. So I just want to show you what you would do if you were doing a beginner class with me. If you contact me and we schedule it ahead of time, I could actually do one virtually with you. So, but this kit you don't get unless you get it from me. So anyway, they have these come out every month, and this was what come out in January. This was February, and I didn't put any of the stickers or things on this side. It comes with a sheet of instructions, and then I kind of measure these things, and a lot of times I make this again, but I didn't want to put any stickers there until I decided what pictures I was going to put on it. So right now, this album is just kind of holding these pages, I'll say, until I'm ready. But then I can just flip through and say, oh yes, this will work perfectly for these pictures. This was for March, and fun friends and having tea, having coffee with someone. And, you know, you can put pictures here, here, and you can put pictures down through here and across here. So it's a good layout. Now, I took this same layout and then I measured the different things. And of course, one of the things was this is a 8x10, and this piece here is an 8x10. So I'm going to show you how to cut this out of another piece of paper. You flip it, and then you've got two colors. And of course, ours won't have two colors here. It'll be whatever was here will be up to this way. So that's one thing I want to show you. Now, the thing of it is, I want to tell you about these albums, because if you don't have this album, and they have it in three different colors right now. They have it in navy, Caribbean, and clay. Oh no, pebble gray. And for $59, I believe it is, even, they've kept that price the same. You also would get a free repositional tape runner to go with this. I would have to order that for you, or get it, you know, or you would pay me and I would get it to you. There would be a way we could do that. So just wanting to let you know, this is a special offer. This becomes free, and that is a $9.50 value. And believe me, that's all you're needing to get started, and then a little pen. And then you can start with your scrapbook. So, and you can get them with traditional pages, and you can get them with top loading. So you can have your choice. And so just letting you know. And so, I mean, but it would come, you know, and so I wanted to just let you know about that. It is not the same price as if you bought these things separately, or you just went on the website and bought it, because you can't get this unless you get it from an advisor. And so just want to let you know that. However, I wanted to show you here, because in comparison to this page here, and I'm sorry, that's got a glare to it. Show you some pages and some other papers that I had already done. So like I said, I've done this at our NSD. So this was with our kind of NSD project kit of the papers and things I had. I do some gardening, so I want to be sure that I made use of these. And actually, I think I got this backwards. I want you to see how it looks compared to this one. Same thing here, how it looks there. And of course, these are just place cards showing you where your pictures, or what size your pictures would be and where they would go. So 3 pieces of paper would make this, you know, or a piece of cardstock and 2 pieces of paper for your base pages. Also done another one of that same collection. But this one, I actually punched a border to go between, and I punched a border here. And of course, leaves kind of go up, they're growing, and of course, watering cans, they were going across. And I just done them in a cardstock that would pull out some of these colors that I used on these little stickers and things. Now, when I make these on the back, once I will show you how to do that. You just lay them out. And then I put another piece of cardstock. I always have some 1-inch strips laying around. And so that works perfectly to put on the back and kind of adhere these together. And they called that welding or melting them together. So however you want to call that. And so that's just a technique. So that is another set of pages. Now this was an older advisor pack that we had. And what I done on this one, kind of done them. I wanted to show you and didn't put any stickers because this paper is reversible. And so you can mix and match. So I done the 2 single stripes. And of course they, this is one side's one side's the other. You could turn these any way you needed. If you had horizontal or you had vertical, pictures. And I wanted to show you that, just because I cut this out the same way, I cut all that out, but it's according to which way you want to turn this. And so then, you could do them here, make a little embellishment cluster here. You have more horizontal than you do vertical pictures, and then still put pictures down through here. This could be a title box. You could put a piece of white here or some of our writing strips and journal. So I wanted to show you, and this was an exclusive paper pack from last year. I think they might, I don't know if they even have any of that left yet. But anyway, this is something you'd have to get from an advisor also. But just wanted to show you the versatility of something like that. So, of course, what I did, and of course now I don't see my cheat sheet, because I did have my cheat sheet, and then I wrote out a little guide in order for you to know how to cut it and stuff. But I wanted to show you this tip about how to cut with our trimmer. And I'm going to use the birthday paper. And I'm purposely going to use a piece that's got a design on it that I need to be sure to pay attention which way I want to cut it. Now, what I want to do is I think I want the dark blue to be on the outside so I can make those pictures kind of pop on it. And then I want this to be the piece that shows up here. So what I need to do is, because I want to be sure that I cut that piece out. And so I have to turn it, and I have to be sure that that's underside. And so I'm going to turn it to where this is on a 2-inch. And so what I need to cut out is a 2-inch by 10-inch. So I'm going to come down here to the 10-inch. No, I'm sorry, to the 8-inch, because I need it 8 inches this way. And so there's an 8 here. And so I'm just paying attention because I've showed you this before. This blade has got that little white line right there is where the blade's going to cut once we punch down. And so, and I've got this on the 2 and 2, and I'm looking here at the 8. So I'm going to push down and just go up. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this to go to the 4-inch. And now I need, this is at the top, so I need to look over here where my 2 is, because I want to be sure that I'm going to cut that part out. And so by placing it on the 4, I'm going to cut down. So this is the piece that will go this way. And you see my candles are going the right way. And of course, I decided to use cardstock for my mats. And so I'll show you that in just a minute. No, I've got to find my guide. And I wrote it. I've done this a couple times with some different things, and I know most of them really they do like it. They like the way it's come out. They like the way that it looks. This is really is part of what I'm looking for. But I wanted to, and I just can't find the piece of paper that goes with that project number 3, the simple cage kit 3, because it's going to have this guide to where you would cut these out. And they had different colors and things, but we'll get to that in a minute. So now, if I'm going to cut this one, because if I wanted the, the same thing, cut, I could have stacked these pages and would have cut them and it would have matched perfectly. Now, if I wanted it to where the candles are going to go at the top, I would need to pay attention to cut that. Or if I needed them to go at the bottom, I would need to pay attention. So, and I'm not sure which way I want to do it. So I'm just going to kind of show you the one page. The technique's the same. And so you would just go ahead and do the same thing if you want to with another piece of paper. We could actually cut this out to where this is the outside and the blue is on the inside. That might look kind of cute. I just don't remember how many pictures, if I had more of a vertical or more horizontal. But I think I'm just going to hold off on that. But you all have plenty to look at. But for real quick, I don't know. So got a 1-inch. We're cutting another 1-inch off. Those are some strips. And then we need a 4-inch piece. And then I turn it. So we've got 3 4x6s. I know that looks like a lot I'm cutting. And then in this one, I'm going to cut 2 of these that are 3 inches off. So we have some journal box or whatever. Cut that one all the way. And then we still got another 4x6 left. So, and that's all of our pieces that are here. And I know that might have been fast. And let me go ahead and cut this piece of paper. Again, I'm cutting, sorry that even tell you what I was doing, because it's like the last minute I decided that I wanted to do this. And I want to move it this way. So I want to mix up this design a little bit. That's kind of how my page would look. And then do this side this way. And that kind of gives that illusion, you know. And all I've done is the one piece of paper. So what I would do then is I'm turning it over and I'll show you a quick tip. How many of you use these little photo splits? Not photo splits, tape chips. They used to be called photo splits in an old company, but old company is no longer around, but we are. As a new company. And the one thing about this new company that I love is there are no minimums for advisors. And so, you know, and yes, you earn commission on everything that you buy or you sell. So this just kind of holds this in place for me, you know. Now I want something, if I'm going to put this straight down on a piece of paper, that's all I need to do. But if I'm going to maybe slide it down in, I want it to be a little more sturdy. So that's a reason that I would use these pieces. And so, you know, I like to use a little bit of a on here, and I just lay that down. And you know, a lot of people would cut that off. I'm not gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna put it across through there. This one here, you could cut off if you want to, or you can just put it all the way across. It's not gonna hurt either way you do it. So, just wanting to let you know, I'm kind of simple pages gets it done. And that's a little bit crooked, but don't matter. Other than there's a little bit here showing of that white. That's good. Then I'll turn this one. And the thing about the tape chips, they just kind of hold things in place for you until you get ready to put your, um, you know, your extra piece down. So I do like these for that reason. And some people are worried about using too much tape, so they will use the tape chips, especially for their pictures. You just need, you know, four in a corner, you know, one in each corner, and that is usually sufficient. So hope everybody's been doing good. I just been a little under the weather. I'm gonna call it airplane breathing because it seems like everybody that went on this trip come back with a little, and it didn't happen immediately, of some kind of little cough. Nothing else, no fever, no other hardly symptoms, but a dry little cough. So that's going to hold that in place. Get my other two pieces of other two strips. Now, if you really wanted to hold this really well, you would want to use um, heavier tape. But I really don't worry about that too much, especially when I know I'm going to put it on a page or in a top loading page. So it's a good way to use up some scraps or uh, strips. I mean, you only needed a 10-inch piece and an 8-inch piece, or really even not 4 or 8 inches. So I could have used, and you can use any color. It's not going to show through whenever you put this on. So, oh, I had some birthday pages that need to be done. So then that's, so now the reason I cut these other two strips was because on here they had one going this way, and they had one on this other side too. You know, just kind of helps you put those together, so to speak. We have a couple like this. And over here we'd have a couple. Going the opposite way. Now, if you had a sticker or something, one of our punches we had was and I think it might be already gone now. So our punches go fast. So if you come across one that you really like, you need to get it. Don't wait. That's just what's happening. And the more popular that we become again, and that people find out we're back, we really didn't go anyplace other than the first company had to file bankruptcy. Another person come along and was able to restore this fantastic company that we have. So there is your page. And so I can put 2 pictures down through here. I could put 3 smaller pictures down through here. Same thing on this side. Um, if I wanted to use something like this over here, I could. You want to do some extra journaling. With this birthday pack, I mean, they had some fantastic, like these were the borders and things that come with it. So I could do the happy and the birthday across through there on each side. That would look great. And I would just maybe leave a couple of these off. I don't need anything else. So, and I just think it's really looks wonderful when you put all these things together. Have that. I like that. So that's pretty great right there. So lots of ways that you can use these. The balloons are great because if you didn't use the birthday one, you don't always have things that are going up and down. I don't like the birthday with the candles too well, not on the busy paper, maybe. Over here it would work better, but I do like that, and I like that. So lots of options. And of course, I didn't even get out all of the mats, the other things they have, the other embellishments they have, but I want to make sure I have room for pictures. So this could also be something else. You could even have a smaller strip up through there. And actually, I don't know that you need anything. If I wanted to save the room, I could. And it'd be great to do a little, journal box over here and stuff. So I can do one down here on this side. I could use a darker paper, do the navy. Remember on our pages, on our papers anymore, they put your coordinating cardstocks. And in our flyers, whenever I put them out on my page, they also have other collections that will go with this collection. So that would be a good challenge for you to be able to use up some of your others. So I will post this later with my finished page. I will try to do a little bit of, decorating with it, and it'll be on my page. And so I just wanted to let you, I think that I covered everything I wanted to cover. But I wanted to tell you, though, this whole thing about this simple page kits. Somebody that doesn't want to invest a lot, but wants to get some pages done. You don't have to have everything that your grandma had, or everything that Aunt Sally has, or Aunt Susie, or anybody else, or whatever, because sometimes that's overwhelming. But you do want to have things documented. You do want to share them in an album. Getting that extra album with the top loading pages. These kits are $6 a piece every month. They would come with the main ones that I showed you that comes as a kit. And so they come every month. I've talked to you about having I think I've done a video last month showing you the 4, 5, and 6 that come out. If you've done it in a bundle, you can buy them separately. So just letting you know that the simple page kit, if you got one every month, that's 12 months, and you done 2 pages every month, you would have 24 pages done for a year album. and they would all fit in that album. So just, reach out to me if you need to. And again, I'm Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina. I appreciate it very much. My zip code 29456, if you want to put that in. I would, if you send me a message, and I can message you back, and you can, if you want to email me, you can. It is in my page. I try to put all that information there for you as much as I can. So anyway, I appreciate it today. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday. And so enjoy. And I know I have virtual crop coming up. Um, the company itself has a virtual crop coming up if you're on the Facebook virtual crop page. And so, and then we, I have crops and some beginner classes on my schedule. And so if you go on site, they will email me if you say that you're interested in those. Let me know, and I email you as soon as I get it. If you leave a phone number, I will also text you. So anyway, hopefully it was fun for you today. Again, hello to my Aussie friends that will be hopefully looking at this and learning maybe a new tip. And if it's something you already know, then hopefully I brought a smile to your face. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.